get my ball out so that everybody can see that we're using a ball today. And we'll start in about a minute. And I think I've said to you that this is generally in the toy department. That's where you find it at Walmart. So just a rubber ball. I would say it's about 7 inches across. But anyway, this one's good only because you can squeeze it and get some stretch on it and some flexibility with the ball. I guess it's more satisfactory for you to get that than it is for a hard ball, for instance. So anyway, that's the story on balls, and hopefully everybody has one or has something else that they can use, like a cushion or even a stuffed toy, I think would work. So we'll start in about 1 minute. I'm Sharon and I'm your instructor. I'm in a blue shirt here, so select me if you're on a device that it has a small screen so that you can see me. I can see all of you. I have you on a large gallery view. I do follow you, and I appreciate people showing their videos so that I can keep track of people's activities and know when they are still seeing my screen, and that we don't have any technical problems with that as well. All right, well, we're going to start right now. I'm going to put the ball down to get started. And so let's start by reaching across our body, side to side. And I'm sitting away from the back of my chair. And this is a class that is strength and balance for fall prevention. It's sponsored by Village of Santa Fe. And you can reach out to me on that website. Let's reach up to the ceiling. It's a 45-minute class. The only prop that we're using now is a ball. If you don't have one, it's no problem. You can use isometric types of movements with your hands and to get a lot of the same benefit. And let's reach to the floor. A few times here. This is a spinal twist. We want to make our spine more limber. At this point of the day, maybe you are somewhat limber in your side body. Let's go back to the side a few more times. We get our heart rate up by putting our hands up over our heads. That will also increase our oxygen into our body, which will give us some more energy for these activities. It's a good idea to breathe deeply when you live at 7,000 feet, which many of the people here do live at a high elevation. And down to the floor a few times. And we just stop there and let's just shake out our hands and shake out your shoulders a little, get some movement here. As we get started, you might pick up your leg and shake it a little on your knee. Yeah. Let's put our hands on the chair here and pick up one leg and bring it over and back. Try to get it up off the chair and fly up off the chair. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and moving to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and back in, and shake these out. Everything a good shake. Let's bring our arms to the side and start swinging our arms across our body. And at the same time, let's pick up one leg and the opposite leg. And as you go back with your arms, try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let's open up the muscles in the front part of our body and maybe shorten the muscles in the back, on our back. All of these things get out of shape, and we want to try to correct that today in the 45 minutes that we're together. Or at least think about it and maybe pursue that every day. 2 and 1. And we'll stop there. And shake things out again. Let's punch and kick across our body. And I'll go across my body here with my feet. Maybe that works for you. And a little more torso twist. If you are doing it that way, may not be quite what you like to do, but give it a try. Or not. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it there and shake things out. Let's bring our arms to the side and circle our arms and tap our heels in front. I'm circling my arms to the back, toward the back. Let's start to make those circles larger as I count down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stop there. And shake it out a little. Let's come back in. Let's circle to front this time. And so to make those circles a little larger. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stop again. And give things a good shake. Shake out your hands. Let's jump rope. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stop and shake things out again. Let's do some chair jacks here. Big arms, big legs. People can stand up and do these. Some people are already standing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on back in. And give things a little shake here. Maybe your legs are starting to be noticed since you've had them out to the side quite a lot. Just shake them out. Let's do some pistons over our head as we march. And I'll count down to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake out your legs. I'm going to move back in my chair, and we're going to pick our legs up in front and flutter our feet. It's a good idea to be back in the chair. It puts a little less strain on your spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's keep going. Let's go backward. We won't do quite so many. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake out your legs. And perhaps you move back out on your chair. Let's bring our arms up like a goalpost. Try to pull your shoulder blades together here. And let's bring one knee across, side to side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and finish it on that side. And again, shake your shoulders. Let's get the ball out and do a few activities with it. Let's start by twisting it in our fingers and squeezing the ball or the object that you have. If you're not using a ball, you don't have a ball with you, you can just put your fingers together, your palms together, and push your fingers toward each other to get some more flexibility in your fingers. Let's go the other direction. This is really good for all that inflammation we might have in our hands, which I'll also refer to as arthritis. And let's stop here. Let's put this ball right in front, and let's bring our elbows up as we do this and give it a good push. A really good push. This is for our pectoral muscles in the front of our chest. And of course, our biceps are also active and pushing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake these out. Let's put the ball up over our shoulder. If you don't have a ball, you just bring your arm up and then bring it down to your shin or knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And moving to the other side, same thing. If this is not comfortable, just don't make quite as large a reach. To the back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake these out. Let's pass the ball under our leg. And if that is a challenge for you, just tap your leg with the ball or tap it with your hand. And let's try to pass it under our leg. We are raising up our legs, so we're working on our abdominal muscles as we pass the ball under. So tighten up your belly, hold everything in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it there. And shake these out. Let's put the ball between our legs or the object that you have between your legs, or you can just use your hands for resistance. Let's squeeze the ball and hold it for 3, 2, 1, and release it. And squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and release. 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. Try to make it a good big squeeze like the first one. 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, and release. 3, 2, 1, release. Few more. 3, 2, 1, release. 3, 2, 1, release. And this will be the last one, but let's do a big squeeze here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just shake your legs out a bit. But let's do some more work on these muscles that are very challenging to strengthen because of where they are. We're working on the adductors and abductors. Let's start pulsing here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake things out. That always burns for me. I imagine it does for you as well. Just shake things out. And now I'm going to move back a little. Let's put the ball between our feet. And we'll lift and lower our feet again. We're using our abdominal muscles. Try to keep your torso lifted so that you have crown head up to the ceiling. And squeeze the ball with your feet. And let's lift and lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm going to move back out. Let's move all the way out to the edge of our chair. I'm going to put the ball between my legs. I'm going to slouch back. We're going to do a leg lift with our knees. I'd like to do 3 sets, a count of 6 for each set. If you don't want to use the ball, that's just fine. It just adds a little more strength requirement for your legs to hold that ball in place. But move all the way out to the edge of your chair. So just a tiny amount of your thigh is maybe still on the chair. And let's go ahead and grab the bottom of the chair and lift our knees up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a break. Inhale, exhale. Let's start again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. Inhale and exhale. This will be the last set. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and put your hands on the chair, push yourself up. Let's leave the ball there. Just give things a good shake, especially your back. A few deep breaths. And now we're going to start the standing part of our class. So still at the very edge of my chair, still have the ball there. And I'm going to stand up with my feet directly, heels directly under my knees. You can push off the chair. You can put your hands across your chest. You can do it in the non-dominant way, which is the awkward way. So let's go ahead and stand up for a count of 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, you squeeze that ball, 3, 2, and 1. Imagine all the muscles that you're working in your lower body as you do that. Definitely a good exercise. So this is time to drink some water as we make that transition to a standing position. Keep the ball around. I'm going to put it on my chair. Move my chair to the side. We're going to use it for balance. We hang on to the back of the chair for balance in some of our activities. Maybe you want to work out behind your chair, not out to the side. So drink some water. Take your time coming back. I can see you and have an idea of when you may be ready to start again. All right, it would appear that people are here and ready to go. Let's do some hip circles. Imagine that there is a circle on the floor and you're trying to hit every spot on that. Your knees are just a little bit soft. For most of the class, you want to have your knees soft. The only time we really want to have one knee rigid is when we stand on one leg. That is a good practice in general, not to lock your knees. Let's go the other direction. And one more time around that nice circle. And let's do some empty coat sleeves where we slap ourselves on the back and on the sides. And we're doing another spinal rotation here. Getting more lubricated. We started with the spinal rotation where we were reaching to the side and up to the ceiling. So it's a continuation of that. So this is a little bigger. Slap yourself on the kidneys inside. Just enjoy that nice rotation. This also, your heart rate will be up and your breathing will be increasing as well, which is good for what we're going to do next. And so let's stop that and shake things out. Let's come to the back of the chair and do some heel raises and toe raises. Maybe you don't need to use a chair. Maybe we put 2 fingers on the chair and we lift up our heels or lift up our toes. We want to get our abdomen pulled in and tight. It's an opportunity to strengthen our abdomen muscles, especially the lower abdominal muscles, which are very difficult to strengthen. Give more attention to those. Maybe now you can pick up your fingers as you continue to rock forward and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake these out. Let's do some donkey kicks to the back. We kick back. You can also just go straight back with your foot. Flex your foot as you do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it with that foot. And give things a good shake. Let's get our legs out very, very wide here. And feet at a 45-degree angle. My feet are probably about 3 feet apart. And let's put our hands on our thighs and slide side to side. We are stretching this area, which we have done quite a few exercises with today with the ball. Stretching side to side, and your hips are going straight across as if they're on a rail. We're not bobbing up and down. Hinging at the hips, looking at the floor. Inhaling and exhaling as we go side to side. We'll do 3 more of these. And 2. And 1. And we'll finish it on this side. And let's walk our legs in. And shake our legs. Let's do an exercise where we stand on one leg. I'm going to stand on my left leg now. And I want you to bring your leg all the way across and then all the way to the opposite side. We're going to rotate our hips. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's move to the other side. Shake up the leg you stood on. Same thing, over to the side, all the way across. Big reach each way. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back in. And shake things out. Now let's do a tandem stance, which is tandem like a bike. So my right leg is in back. I have my heel and toe together here, right toe and heel of the left foot is out in front. You can also stagger your foot. You can put a ball of your foot in the arch of your foot if that's a little easier for you. This is a challenging exercise. Let's hang on to the chair and then drop down. We'll drop down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake up the back leg, which probably would help most of your weight. And moving on, I'm going to put the left foot in back, front foot goes in front, heel to toe, and get your balance here. If you find a spot on the wall, 8, 7, 6, as few fingers as possible in the chair, 5, some people maybe will lift their hands, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake out the leg that was in the back, holding your weight. And everything out. Let's place our fingers behind our back. I like to pull them away from my hips, my fingers, and I like to do the lacing of my fingers in the non-dominant way. Just open up your chest here, try to get your shoulders back. Let's try to kick our butt. So we're not going forward with our knee, we're trying to go back. We are trying to stretch our quadriceps, those four big muscles, the front part of our thigh. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And shake these out of it. Let's use our ball. So many of you have it in your hands, that's good. Let's put it out in front. Let's do a washing machine movement with our hips. The upper body is not moving. That ball in front of my face is not moving. I'm just moving my torso right, left with my hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That is surprisingly difficult, isn't it? Shake things out. And coming back in, now let's keep everything below the waistline tight. So tighten up your abdomen, tighten up your hips, everything's tight. Watch the ball as we go side to side with our upper body. Nothing below is moving. Keep your eyes on the ball as it goes across the front of your torso here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on back into the center and shake these out. Let's do another exercise with the ball. Let's put it up over our head. Step back so you can see me a little better. Up over your head. Drop one arm to the side with the ball. Bring your leg back in to the other side. Try to keep the other arm up over your head as you do this. So we're dropping to the side, transferring the ball to the other side. It can be a big step to the side or not so big. Whatever works for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And finish it there. And bring the ball down and shake things out. We can go ahead and put the ball down. And again, shake out your legs. Let's do another balance activity. Let's pick our leg up, and my knee is straight to you. Let's go across our body, back across our body, into the center, and drop our leg down. So we go up, pendulum that way, back across to the center, and down. Up, across, back, center, and down. We'll do 5 more of these. It's a long time to stand on one leg. Modify this if you need to. And a few more. And this will be the last time. And you've got your leg that you stood on. And I'm going to move on to the other side. Knee comes up to you. We go across, back across, center, down, up. And make it a good rotation because we're trying to get some rotation in our hips here by going all the way back across. So really try to do all these movements. So across, back across, center, and down. We'll do 3 more. And this will be the last one. Across, back across, center, and down. And again, shake out the leg that's held your weight. Let's do some more movement where we do some squats. Legs are out wide. Put your hands on your legs if you'd like. And let's just start pumping up and down like we're riding a pony. And let's start to twist our arm, lasso the other pony at the other end of the corral. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come in with the other hand. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And walk your legs in. And shake out your thighs, hips. Let's bring our arms to the side or hang on to the back of the chair. We're going to do a curtsy. You can also swing your arms. So for a moment, we're going to be balanced on one foot and then come back to center. Go to the opposite side, back to center. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we will finish it on that side. Come back to center. And let's do another balance activity. Let's bring our knee up, kick it twice, and then bring it down. Up again, twice, and down. 6, 5, maybe you can pick up your hand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake things out. And coming back in, opposite leg, this is my right leg. Okay, knee comes up, kick twice. Get your balance, pull your belly in, that will help with your balance. Find a spot on the wall, see if you can lift your hand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, shake out your legs. And quite a few exercises where we have to stood on one leg, so that is very fatiguing. Shake things out. Let's do another exercise where we step across our body and punch. I'm going to turn around. It'll be easy for the people here who have not done this before. Follow me. So let's step to the side. That's a lunge. See my knees outside to the side. I'm going to punch across my body. Then I'm going to try to push myself back up and go to the other side, bending the knee and spring back. That springing back is important because we're going to build up a little bit of power in our hips. So if we happen to do an odd, awkward move, we've got some strength to push ourselves back up. And of course, always a good idea to have strength so that we can get on the chair, on bed. Three, 2, and 1, and finish it on that side, and come back to center, and shake these out again. Let's come to the back of our chair. Let's drop our hips or head down, and feet are a little wider than hip width apart. Let's arch our back up and drop our belly to the floor and arch ourselves back up to the ceiling as we exhale. Drop your belly to the floor as you inhale. Exhale up into the arch. Inhale down, belly to the floor, your hips widen out, your head comes up. Let's go ahead and arch our back up as we exhale. Inhale down, focus on opening up the sit bones. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, and one more time up. Let's drop one arm and let that arm just rotate as we hang on to the chair. This is tiny rotation. You're not actually doing much to make that circle. The arm is dropping out of the shoulder socket. Gravity pulling it down to the earth. Let's go the other direction with your arm. And you're still in the stance where you were bent at the hips. Fingers maybe move a little here. And let's bring the other arm down. And again, continue to keep some weight on your heels for the most part as you do this. Moving your fingers a bit here, little circles. And let's go the other direction. Think about your shoulder socket, rotor cuff, getting some more fluids in that area. We've used that part of our body quite a lot today. And let's come on up and sit back down into the chair. Some of you may want to stand up. We're not going to use the ball. So, but we are going to sit down and do a cool down. We have about 6 minutes, 7 minutes left in the class. So let's do a spinal twist again, pulling ourselves around, using our hands. Left hand went on my thigh here. I'm using my right hand to pull myself around using the chair and trying to keep my chin sort of tucked or straight across horizontal with the floor. And we're looking over our shoulder with good posture. We're trying to keep our torso lifted here, looking over our shoulder and looking into the far corner with our eye muscles. And some deep breathing here. as you think about twisting your spine and you think about your spine in general. And let's come around slowly. Shake up your shoulders a bit to make that move around. And again, right hand goes on the left leg. We're using that to push ourselves around. I certainly don't want you to force it. Look over your shoulder. Look into the far corner with your eye muscles. Some deep breathing here. Let's continue to try to keep our torsos lifted so we have good posture, which is good for our spine, of course. There's an awful lot of nerve bundles and various things that move through our spine. We need to keep it flexible and shake things out. Plus the fact that so many of us have some aches and pains. Shake things out. Let's bring one knee up to our chest, grabbing it, our shin with our hands, pulling it forward. Again, torsos are still lifted. Let's flex our foot for a moment here. And let's point our toe and flex our foot. Point, flex, point, flex. A couple more times. Try to make that so that you have where your hands are, you feel the muscles moving in your lower leg. So you know that you're actually doing a very good practice of moving your ankle. Let's do some circles, one direction. And again, you probably feel that with your hands on your shin. And let's go the opposite direction and continue to keep everything nice and tight in your torso. And we stop there. Let's bring this leg across, put it on your thigh, flex your foot, put your left hand in your ankle area. So my right leg went over my left leg. My left hand is in my ankle area. I'm going to put my forearm on my thigh of my right leg, and we're going to start to pulse, looking at the floor, hinging at the hips, and starting to drop down and to strengthen and stretch our hip, our right hip in my case. As we start to pulse, breathing, you probably can go lower than you imagined you could when you started. These muscles are always so tight. So continue to pulse and breathe. Maybe you go down 1/8 of an inch more. And you look at the floor. And this will be the last time down. And let's bring that leg back across. So shake out your legs a little. Let's bring this leg up. Again, let's lift up our torso. You have your hands on your shin. Flex your foot. A couple deep breaths here. And now let's point and flex. Let's make that dynamic. Maybe you hear some little popping in your ankles. That might be air. Probably not doing any damage or any problems with that. And let's start to do a circle. And let's go the opposite direction. Now let's bring this leg across. That's my left leg. I put it on the thigh of my right leg, and I'm trying not to have it on the knee. And I'm going to flex my foot. My right hand is in my ankle area. I'm going to put my left arm on my thigh and look at the floor and start seeing if I can lower my torso, hinging at the hips. Trying to lower it down with each pulse. Each time I breathe, maybe I'm just a little lower. And continue that deep breathing. You can definitely get a little lower by breathing into the stretch. And let's go down one more time. And then we'll bring our leg down and shake out your legs. Well, we're wrapping up the class. These classes go by so fast. Shake out your legs. Let's flick our fingers while we're shaking out our legs. Squeeze and flick, squeeze and flick. And just shake out your hands and your wrists. And let's start by doing one short neck exercise. Lift up your torso, tuck your chin down to your chest, roll your chin to one side, keeping it tucked, bring it back slowly across the middle to the other side, thinking about those big muscles in the back of your neck. And your breathing going side to side so that you are getting some good oxygen that's available to try to get some relief from the tightness in the muscles. A couple more times. Thank you for staying with me. I know there's lots of things that take your time away from these classes. Hopefully you find a lot of benefit from activities. And let's bring our head back to center. Bring our arms out wide. Give yourself a big hug for working out today, a Wednesday, good, beautiful Wednesday. You might want to pat out your shoulders and pat out your belly. That we did quite a lot of activity with. Your back, thank your body for what it does, your thighs. You can feel those a little later in the day, your calf as well. And thank you again for coming. I enjoyed being your instructor. And I'll see you next Wednesday. And goodbye, everyone. Enjoy the remainder of your day and the remainder of your week. Good to see you, Hannah and Sharon and Kay and Pam and Ann and so many people, Sheila and small type. Or I would say bye to everyone. All right, see you.